Oh yeah. All right. Are you gonna be in my dreams tonight?
Widlowski could see so many familiar features of those who had brought such joy to others during their life with their music. He could see a hand with rings on every finger, deftly manipulating a drumstick, a familiar left hand strumming a violin-shaped bass guitar. Then he saw those who had passed on, but were immortalized with their music. A finger sliding along a guitar, taking a delicate solo on with confidence. A pair of round glasses held in a left hand, while the right hand glided across the piano, playing a powerful transition.
And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make.
Widlowski opened his eyes as snoring pierced through his earphones, and a heavy weight on his shoulder prompted him to look to his left. The man had fallen asleep on his shoulder, and the plane was still on the ground at the gate. Pressing pause, Widlowski carefully removed his earphones and sighed. He shifted in his seat, unbuckling his seatbelt, and was about to move when he looked to his right and saw someone sitting in the window seat. His eyes widened, and he stared back.
Drug.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Drug. Why official first name? This is me, Widlowski.
You unearned it, damned. Should I call you Widlowski?
Now I can't even go back as I promised her. I can't wait to jump out of that damn window again and make it right. This time around. Listen, tell me that I've already drowned in that canal, that all this was a near-death experience thing, like John said. The whole of my life flashed before my eyes.
Mike, you better get the whole of your ass up and go get this girl, not a second time.
Meanwhile, Beata was sitting nearby the departure gate and crying, unable to decide.
This is the final boarding call for Flight 134. All passengers are invited to proceed to the gate immediately.
The announcement sent a thrill down Beata's spine as she rocked back and forth in her seat just outside of the boarding gate. She couldn't make up her mind, even now, though she was so close to him. After all they had been through, after all she had told him, she couldn't get up. She didn't know if she could.
Miss, are you going to board?
Yes. Yes, sorry.
Beata rose and smoothed out her shirt. She strode forward and was escorted through to the first and business class boarding bridge. Widlowski stared at the window seat, empty again, his breathing ragged as he realized Drug was right. He glanced out of the window and realized why the plane hadn't left yet. There was a brightly colored suitcase that was giving them a hard time, a suitcase that was taken out of the plane and kept on the ground far longer than they had all anticipated. The ground crew was gesticulating wildly with their supervisor, as if they were unsure whether to take it to the terminal or put it back into the plane. Evidently, Widlowski still had some time. He shook the man beside him awake long enough to give him the space he needed to get up and out of his seat. He strode down the aisle, reaching to collect his duffel bag, and ran for the open door as flight attendants swarmed him.
Sir, we're about to leave. I'm afraid we can't let you back off the plane.
But Widlowski pushed them aside and ran out into a long economy-class boarding bridge and headed out. He was confronted by angry gate personnel, calling airport security, pushing him back inside, and showing him he had no right to leave.
You don't even have a visa to re-enter. Are you gonna reenact the terminal for us?
Sir, please, get back. Just get back. Have a nice flight.
The security pushed Widlowski, who was fuming and mad, back into the economy-class bridge. Outside, he saw equally mad workers putting the same suitcase back into the plane, while shouting at their annoyed boss. He tried, at the very least. It was more than he could say, more than he'd done the last time he'd been in this situation. Widlowski was just about to take his seat when a woman cleared her throat. He looked over his shoulder and saw the same flight attendant smile at him.
Mr. Widlowski, You've been upgraded to first class. So sorry we missed you at boarding. Please follow me.
You sure? Okay, I can show you some free booze.
If he couldn't get back into the city to find Beata, at least he could take Drug's other piece of advice and drink until he forgot what he remembered to forget. He followed the flight attendant through the partition into business, and then first class, and walked over to the seat she gestured to.
A vodka. Straight, please.
Oh, ma'am. Please, can you cancel vodka? How about 2 glasses of bourbon and coke instead?
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff.
Woodlowski fell down into his seat, staring at Beata as a wave of emotion washed over him. He didn't know what to say as he blinked at her. He took a breath then, and pulled out his cell phone, remembering that he stopped the music right after the end. Beata smiled as she watched him press a button, and after a long pause, Her Majesty began to play.